So again, I am going to start the unit number 4, and this is the end of the unit number 4. Okay, and after the finishing of these all units, because so far we have already finished unit number 1, 2, 3, 5, and this is the last one. So this is unit number 4, and this is also going to finish today, hopefully. And after this finishing of this unit, then in the next classes, we will start to solve some problems based on the unit number 2, unit number 3, unit number 4. Because unit number 1 and 5 both are pure theoretical. Okay. Because in unit number 2, 3, 4, you can get problem based question in the examination. So we will do the practice to solve more number of problems on unit number 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So far we have already finished about the Cohen-Sutherland line-clipping algorithm, and Cohen-Sutherland implemented an algorithm that is based on division of the plane into 9 regions. So each region contains 4 bits code, and the central part out of 9 regions is called the window. Okay, so in this case, first we will draw the XY plane, and after that we will draw the window on X axis and Y axis. Okay, and for the window we have the 4 parameters for this given window, and with the help of these parameters mentioned here, you can see Wx min, Wx max, Wy min, Wy max, that is W means window. Okay, the X minimum value, maximum value. Similarly on the vertical axis, minimum value and maximum value. So with the help of these 4 parameters, first we will draw the window in XY plane, and after that there are several line segments. So far we have already discussed regarding this. Now we can take the decision to retain the line segments and to discard or clip. Okay, so only those line segments which are lying completely inside the window we will retain, and those retained line segments are called the visible part or visible portion. Okay, and remaining are called the invisible lines. Okay, now there is a one condition arise. If any line is passing to the window edges, either it is passing to a single window edge or to the 2 window edge, it may cross the window edges. Then first we will find out the intersection point. Okay, at which points the line is passing through the window edges. So first we will do the nomenclature of those points, and after that we will choose only those portions which are lying inside the window, and outside the window from that intersection point we will discard. Okay, so Cohen-Sutherland implemented an algorithm, divided the region into 9 regions. So far you can see here on this slide, and at the center you can see there is a window in the dotted line forms. Okay, so at the center the 4 bits code you can see here 0000. If there are all zeros, means all bits are 0, then this is called the visible, completely visible part of the line segments or the points. Okay, because this is lying completely inside the window. Now with the help of these codes, 4 bits code, we can take the decision. Okay, if any line is passing to the window edges, then first we will check in which region it is lying. Okay, and then we will try to solve those bit codes, and we will do the ANDing operation. If it is lying completely inside, then no need to solve them. But if one is lying inside the window and one is outside, then we will solve those points. And if they are lying completely outside, but if the AND codes of any line segment contains 1, okay, then again we will solve them. Now we will see here P5, P6. Now the points of P5 and P6 we can assign directly 0, 0, 0, 0, and P6 also 0, 0, 0, 0, all codes. Okay, 0, 0, because they are not touching any edge of the window. Okay, and here no need to do the ANDing operation. Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm indicates that if any point or the line segments lying inside or at the central part, then assign 0000 4-bit code to them, okay, to the endpoints. Otherwise, there are 9 regions, and according to that, you can take the decision. Here you can see easily, okay. So each region has its own code, 4-bit code, and accordingly you can take the decision. Okay. Now this is completely visible, and you can assign easily 00, and if you will do the ANDing operation of these, then again you will get the result 0. Okay, no problem at all. So you will get the 0 result here and you can say it is lying completely inside. Now you can see here another case P9, P10. Okay, so P9, this endpoint which is lying inside the window, you can assign 0000. Okay, just by looking towards P9. Now in this case P10, because this is lying in this region and the 4-bit code for this region is 0100. Okay, so first you go through about the 4-bit codes and remember all those codes of each region, because it is divided into 9 regions. So just you have to remember all the 4-bit codes. Okay, so that you can write without any thinking easily. Now you can assign P10 because this is lying in this region. These are called the regions, central region 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, last 9, like this. So you can write easily here. Now whenever you will do the ANDing operation here, then you will get again 0, and the result will come because here the value code for the P9 is 000 and P10 is 0100. So in this case the result will come 0, but it is in the form of the undetermined. Okay, the stage is undetermined. Undetermined means again you will take another decision for that, because here P10 has 1 bit. Okay, 0 1 0 0. So at least this has 1 bit. Here the code is for not these are all 111, but here at least one code, 1 bit is 1 here. Okay, now you can see out of 4 there is a 1 bit has 1 value. Now it means this is undetermined, and for this there is a need to take more decision, undeterministic. Okay, so that you can solve just using the line equation here. Okay, so in this case, first you can find out the slope of the line, and you can use the equation of the line and then find out the intersection point using the coordinate geometry. Okay, so in this case we can say we will take another decision for this. Okay, so here is also you can see P3, P4. Here 0 0 you can see the again 1 0 0 0, and here is also 0 0 0 1. Okay, so here 1 bit has the value 1, again here 1 value, and first you find out the ending operation, but it is also in the condition of undeterministic. Okay, so that you can solve all these operations you can do using the ending operation and find out the results. Okay, and then as per result you can take the decision. So we will also solve some questions after today, after finishing this unit. Okay, so this is called the Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm. With the help of this you can choose, but first we will design the window here, and we will move, or we can say follow a sequence that is called the left, right, bottom, top. Okay, so this is mandatory. We must follow this sequence: left, right, bottom, top. Okay, so and determine how much can be discarded, and after that we will check which portion we are going to discard. Okay, which must be discarded. Now, if the remainder of the line is entirely inside, you are already aware, in entirely inside or outside the window, retain it or clip it. Okay, if it is entirely inside, then retain it off. If it is outside, then clip it. If it is passing through the window edges, then there is a need arise to clip. Now we can see here again, compare the remainder of the line against the other window boundaries. So here we will compare, and then according to the comparison we will discard the segment which is either lying inside the window or outside. So the portion which is lying outside the window, we will discard that. Okay, and which is the portion or the line segment lying inside the window, then we can retain that. So we can use the region codes. So there are 9 region codes, and we will use those region codes to determine which window boundaries should be considered for the intersection. Okay, now if one of these is a 1, we have already told you this about this. If one of these is a 1 value, okay, out of 4 bits there is a 1 value, and the other is a 0, then the line crosses the boundary. Okay, just remember these points. If one of these is a 1 and other is a 0, then the line crosses the boundary. Then there is a intersection, crosses the boundary. So you will take care of this. Now here consider the line P9 and P10. Here you can see, first you will draw the x-axis, y-axis, and with the help of the 4 parameters, draw the window I told you earlier. Okay, first you draw the window, and after that this line segment is given P9 to P10. Okay, now you have already divided into 9 regions, and you are already aware by the 4-bit codes. Okay, if it is lying in this region, then we can assign the 0100. Okay, and similarly this is lying inside, then you can assign the 0000. And again you can see if it is lying at the window boundary, then 000 again. So if any point is lying inside the window or on the edge, on the window edge, then we can also assign the same points, that is the 0000. Okay, so if any point will lie on the window edge, if we are going to find out the intersection points, then these points will be 0000, and after that we can say that this will retain inside the window. Okay, so we can say that region codes of the two endpoints, we know the line does not cross the left or right boundary. So first we will also check whether the line cross the left or right boundary. Okay, left or right means if it is crossing this boundary or this boundary, so we will check left or right boundary. Calculate the intersection of the line with the bottom boundary to generate point P10 dash. So here you can see this is passing to this window edge, means intersection point. Then the name was earlier P9 P10. Okay, now this intersection point, just we are doing the nomenclature again, P10 dash. Okay, so this is the intersection point, and P9 P10 dash, we can say it is completely inside the window. Okay, so we will retain the portion P9 to P10 dash. Okay, if it is lying on the window boundary or the intersection point, just we are solving for that, then we can say that P9 to P10 dash, we can retain that line segment, and we can say that it is lying inside the window. Okay, so if it is coming on the edge, if it is lying on the window edge, then just read it inside the window, and you can assign the 4-bit code as 0000. Okay, 4-bit codes you can assign as 0000. You can see here, this is one of the example, so that you can remove the confusion that if it is any point or the portion of the line segment, if it is touching or lying on the window edge, then the code, which type of code we will assign, then you can assign easily 0000. So this is called the Cohen-Sutherland algorithm. Now another point here you can see, this is some here typical point. Consider the line P3 to P4. Okay, P3 to P4. Okay, so first we will assign the 4-bit codes in this region. If it is lying from here to here in this region, the 4-bit code is 10000. Okay, this is fixed. We cannot change this. This is given by the Cohen-Sutherland. So just we can assign the 4-bit code as it is already mentioned by the Cohen-Sutherland. Okay, we are not going to write from our own choice. Okay, because this is the 9 region space, and we will assign the same code as it is given by or mentioned by the Cohen-Sutherland. Okay, so I am not writing here this code from my choice, but this is mentioned in the algorithm of the Cohen-Sutherland. So we can assign the 1000 here, and we can see this portion, at this portion, the code here in this region is 1001. Okay, another point is coming in this region, then this is also fixed 0001. Okay, just you can check the 9 region codes here. You can provide or assign the 4-bit codes here. Okay, so these are fixed one, and you can assign. Now you can see here, because this contains 1 0 0 0, and here also 0 0 0 1. Now there is a contest between, because this region contains this 4-bit code 1001 and this region contains 10001. Okay, so in this condition, first we will do the first we will consider this and this. Okay, this P4 and P3, P3 and P4 we will solve. Okay, and after that one point will come here. Okay, 1 0, and again you can check 0 1, again 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, so in this case first we will find the ending operation, but here you can see the condition is there is also one here and also there is at least one here. So in this condition, if such type of condition arise, then we can say undeterministic. Okay, and in this region this is also fixed, this codes, and ultimately we will, because this is coming outside, and we will discard this portion and we will keep this portion here. Okay, from P4 to P4 dash, because this portion is undeterministic, so we cannot take the proper decision. Okay, even though you can see here, it is lying outside the window. This portion is again outside the window. It is even not touching the window boundary. Okay, but it is coming inside the after extension of the window edge. Okay, but why we are going to maintain this portion? Here it is coming at least one and again at least one. So the answer is, as per the logic gate truth tables, this is undeterministic. So we will also maintain this. Now we will again solve one or two numerical over this so that you can clear this doubt also. Okay. So the line P3 to P4 is completely, P3 to P4 dash is completely outside the window, so is clipped. Okay, so we will clip the red portion only, but we will retain this portion. Even though this is also coming outside the window, it is not touching the window, but there is a contest of why, because it contains 1000 and the 4-bit code for this is 10001. Now, whenever you will solve these two, then there is a contest. Now there is a contention 1 1 again 000. So here the ending operation, if you will do the ending operation for this, so you will get 1000. Okay. In case of AND operation, if both inputs are present, then output is 1. So in this case, whenever you will do the ending of this one with this 0, then you will get 0. 0, then again this 0, then again you will get the output 0. Again 0, this 0, then again. But here you can see the 4-bit code for this is 1 and for this 1. So the result will come 1. Okay. So in this case, you are getting 1. It means there is some problem and undetermined position. So you have to retain this portion, even though it is not lying inside the window and it is also not touching. Okay, so we will maintain this portion. We will not discard this portion due to the contention, or we can say undeterministic. Okay, so just you can indicate here only P4 to P4 dash. Okay, we are going to retain. We are not clipping here this portion due to the contention of the ending operation. Okay, so this is called the Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm. Now there are various examples. Consider the line P7 to P8. Just I am clearing each and every point for you. Okay, any type of line segments or the points we can consider. It may lie completely outside, it may lie completely inside, or it may cross two edges of the window, or sometimes it is not crossing even the window edges, but due to the contention of the 4-bit codes, just we are going to maintain some portion of the line segment, even though it is not touching the window boundary or window edge. Okay, as you have seen in the preceding slide, due to the ANDing operation, because in that case we will get the result 1, and in such events or conditions we will maintain the portion. Okay, because we are getting the output 1. If we will get the output 1, then we have to maintain that particular portion, and we cannot take the decision to discard that. Okay, so another example, now consider the line P7 to P8 below. Here you can see now it is passing from the two window edges. We can say it is going to create two intersection points. So start at P7. Here you can see start at P7. So this is fixed. We are not going to change this because this is given by the Cohen-Sutherland. Okay, 9 region 4-bit codes. So 0001 we can assign, and here these are the inside. So just we will write here 000000. Okay, and in this region the end points 00010. Okay, so from the two region codes of the two endpoints, we know the line crosses the left boundary. Okay, so calculate the intersection point P7 dash. So this is the left boundary, and here we can say this is the right boundary. Okay, this is the right boundary, and this is the left boundary. Then we are creating the two new points, two new intersection points, P7 dash and again P8 dash. Okay, P8 dash here. Now consider the line P7 dash and P8. Here you can see the blue part will retain. Okay, start at P8 and calculate the intersection with the right boundary to generate P8 dash. Okay, so first we will calculate the, here we will do the ANDing operation, and again we will get the 0000. Okay, whenever we will do the ANDing operation of P8 and P8 dash with the help of the 4-bit outputs, then as a result we will get the output 0. Okay, so that we can say it is crossing the window edge, and we can put the points here 0000. Okay, and we will discard the remaining portion, that is P8 and P8 dash. Okay, so P8 dash and P8 we will discard that point, and remaining we can say that P7 dash and P8 dash is inside the window, so we are going to retain that. Now this is one of the example. We can say this is the central part and this is called the window. Okay, now you can, so before handling any problems, first you will choose the xy plane and divide the x-axis and y-axis into number of units. Okay, as per given parameters, and after that you will draw the window. You can see here it is in the dotted line with the yellow part, we can say here. Okay, so first you will draw the window, and after that you can choose the different line segments or the points, and then take the decision as per Cohen-Sutherland 4 bits outputs algorithm. Okay, now this is a way to calculate the line intersection. So for the line intersection, just you can use the end points of the line. Okay, consider a line with the end points, because the end points will be provided to you. Okay, 4-bit codes from where you are choosing from the Cohen-Sutherland line algorithm. Okay, so just you are assigning the 4-bit codes from there, but in each case the endpoints will be provided to you. That is called the endpoints of the line x1, y1 and x2, y2. You are already aware by this. Okay. Now those we will find out the intersection point only for those cases in which we cannot take the proper decision using the ANDing operation. Okay. Sometimes we cannot take the decision using the 4-bit outputs. Okay. And using the ANDing operation. So for that we will use the AND points x1, y1 and x2, y2. It is already given. Similarly, the y coordinates of an intersection with a vertical window boundary can be calculated by this. Y is equal to y1 plus m, and here we can say x2 minus x1, that is the x boundary minus x1. Okay. Where x boundary can be set to either wx min. So here we will set x boundary as the wx min, the value of the window parameters, or wx max. So accordingly we will calculate this value. Okay, and find out the intersection point with the help of this. Now the x coordinate, how we will solve the intersection point. Now these are, we will use the endpoints x1, y1 and x2, y2, and here for the y coordinate, for finding the intersection point, the y coordinate we will use y is equal to y1 plus m. Here we will put wx min minus x1. Okay, or either wx max, as per choice we can choose any data from there. Okay, and for the x coordinate, if we are going to calculate that, then we will use the x is equal to x1 plus y boundary, and for the y boundary similarly we can choose the y min or y max. Okay, so these are called the intersection point, and we can choose this x and y. So this x and y will be called as the intersection points for a particular window edge. Okay, the line passing through the window edge, then first we will solve the, to calculate the intersection point. Okay, so these are the formula. With the help of these formulas you can calculate the intersection point. Okay, now easily you can find out the slope of the line. It is, you have already used m is equal to y2 minus y1 and over x2 minus x1. These type of line equations you have already studied in the coordinate geometry. Now you can solve. Okay. So ultimately we will find out the intersection point, and whenever we will calculate the intersection point, then we can take the decision easily. Okay, no problem at all. And accordingly you can discard the portion which is lying outside the line, outside the window. Okay. So this is another algorithm that is called the area clipping algorithm. So first I am taking your attendance. Okay. Here only there are 10 students. So another algorithm is called the area clipping. So how we will calculate the area of the given image. So similar to the lines, here we will clip the particular portion of the image. Okay, instead of the points or the lines, because in that case we will check which portion, which line segment is lying inside the window, or which point is lying inside the window. But in this case we will choose the particular area of the image. Okay, so which area is lying inside the window and which is lying outside. So we will clip that portion which is lying outside, and which is lying inside we will retain that. Okay, so this is called the area clipping after the line clipping or point clipping. Now this is called the Sutherland-Hodgman area clipping algorithm. Okay, so this is another technique, or another technique based, or we can say given by the Sutherland-Hodgman area clipping algorithm. Okay, so a technique for clipping areas developed by the Sutherland and Hodgman. So put simply, the polygon is clipped by comparing it against each boundary in turn. So in this case, First, we will choose the original area. Now you can see here there are several windows given. Original area we will choose. Clip left. Okay. Here in this case we will extend the window boundary. Okay. Towards x-axis and again towards y-axis here, and we will move in anti-clockwise manner. Okay. We will start from the horizontal. First we will draw the xy plane, and after that we will draw the window, okay, with the help of the window parameters. Then we will move horizontally first, okay, in anti-clockwise manner. So first we will extend x-axis, and after that we will check which portion is lying, okay, toward the left side. So then we can clip left portion, and after that we can extend perpendicularly parallel to the y-axis, and then we will check which portion is lying outside the right side. Okay, then we will click, and again we will move horizontal to the x-axis, parallel to the x-axis, and then again toward the bottom side. Okay, so in this manner we will move horizontally, and then vertically, again horizontally, then vertically. So this is called the Sutherland Hodgman area clipping. To clip an area against an individual boundary, so first we will consider a vertex. First we will consider a vertex here, whether it is lying inside or outside. Okay. So just we are leaving here, and here I am going to stop your this class. Now you have